Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's conspiracy video, we have a video talking about chemtrails and blue beam conspiracy. Yeah, let's see what they're talking about. I've heard some stuff here and there, but let's go ahead and hop into the video and let's check it out.
For decades, a mystery in the skies has captivated and deeply concerned people across the world. Chemtrails, the long white streaks left behind by high-flying airplanes, have sparked fierce debates among scientists, researchers, and skeptics alike. To some, these trails are thought of as harmless condensation trails, contrails, formed when water vapor in jet exhaust freezes at high altitudes. But this simply cannot be true, because contrails dissipate very quickly, while chemtrails linger for hours and hours, indicating that there's something else being dispersed. Thus, many have come to see them as something far more calculated and sinister, deliberate chemical dispersals aimed at achieving specific, hidden agendas. The modern chemtrail theory began to take shape in the late 1990s and early 2000s, when observers noticed the unusual persistence in these trails, forming hazy patterns, sometimes seeming like a deliberate crisscross in the sky. Many began to question whether something unusual was occurring in the upper atmosphere. The release of a 1996 US Air Force report titled "Weather as a Force Multiplier: Owning the Weather in 2025."
Ooh, he's about to be onto something with that, because I remember seeing a video where somebody had uploaded way back. Don't even know how I ended up on this video, but it was I don't know, I don't remember the exact president, but where they were up there giving a little speech, y'all, and was talking about owning the weather or controlling the weather or something like that. See, I done told y'all these people be
Added fuel to the fire. The document speculated on future military uses of weather modification technology, including its potential to enhance or disrupt military operations. Around the same time, growing attention was being paid to the HAARP research facility in Alaska, a high-frequency
I looked that up 2 years back. The HAARP place, that's a real place.
ionosphere research program, suspected by some to be part of secret experiments involving weather control, electromagnetic manipulation, and even mind control.
Now, y'all see them? Y'all saw? Look now. Come on, stick with me. Y'all saw how they had a document trying to figure out weather control. What do y'all think they doing? What do y'all think they doing with it now? Just like MK Ultra, they don't just look into stuff and do stuff for no reason. They have plans on using this stuff and secretly perfecting it in the background. We just don't know, okay? Like, nobody does nothing for no reason. Let's just say that, just all together. Nobody, none of us just does stuff for no reason. I don't care if you ask somebody why they did it. They don't say that I don't know. There's no such thing. Even from a baby. Babies don't just do stuff for no reason. Whether they opening the door, opening it, closing it, or picking this up, putting it in their mouth, it's because they're curious. Okay, there's a reason behind everything that we do. But y'all, okay, like just like some of these storms and these the weather already be seeming off, don't it? Like it don't be making us. And they talking about global warming or something like that. You're the global warming. Y'all the ones probably out here messing with the weather. Like, start the video there. Just, girl, bring it back now. About to go off on a whole tangent.
By 1999, the late-night radio host Art Bell began discussing chemtrail theories on his widely popular show, introducing the concept to an even larger audience. That same year, Clifford Carnicom, a scientist and one of the earliest investigators, conducted a series of atmospheric tests. Carnicom's experiments revealed high levels of unusual particles in the air, including metallic particles, strange fibers, and crystalline substances.
And then they doing all this, and then when we have us a 2012 movie going on for real, when the weather get to really acting crazy, they gonna be throwing their hands up, acting like they don't know how we got here. They don't know how it happened. You know what? Y'all need. I'm sick of y'all. What somebody say? Earth so ghetto. I'm sick of y'all. Like, just crimes against humanity.
His findings suggested that something unnatural was being introduced into the atmosphere. These discoveries became the foundation of the chemtrail theory, and the term chemtrails was born. Carnicom's subsequent documentary, Aerosol Crimes, released in 2005, presented evidence of atmospheric manipulation and inspired a new wave of researchers to join the investigation.
And see, we can't, you can't sue them. They make it, suing the government, oh my gosh, they make it dang near impossible hard to do that. First of all, how many people have y'all heard that sued the government and won? Okay, let's say that first. Second of all, I mean, I know they already making up rules for us that, you know, they don't follow. Anything that you're doing that could possibly be harming people, they need to be disclosed. I don't want to hear no, it's top secret mission for this, this, and this. I don't care. The people have a right to know. Why are you up there spraying stuff in the sky, possibly messing with the weather? Who are you? These folks really be thinking they God, okay? They really do. I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm not no super duper religious person, but whatever is up there or bigger than us, wherever they at, they're up there, sideways, down there, below, whatever you want to call it, whatever direction you think it's at, okay? Whatever the higher power is to you, these people think that they like right here on this earth. They just like, why?
Over the years, chemtrail researchers have identified a wide range of suspected motives for these operations, each more unsettling than the last. One of the most commonly proposed explanations is weather modification. Geoengineering techniques such as cloud seeding, which involves spraying silver iodide to induce rainfall, are well documented and widely used. Chemtrail theorists suggest these techniques may have been taken to extreme levels, with the military or private organizations attempting to manipulate global weather patterns. This could...
Yeah, and don't y'all see too, like, as certain areas get flooded or have, this is, like, it's irritating me just thinking about this because, and y'all think, oh, okay, they just using it for this, whatever. Think they don't think they wouldn't use that stuff on the citizens if they haven't already. Now you know what I already think, okay? Think they haven't if they, yeah, don't be surprised you look up when they done perfected it or whatever. Don't be surprised you look up when they perfected it or whatever, and the citizens get the acting out as they probably will feel, or going against the grain when it comes to the government, really trying to overthrow the government. They're gonna press that, they're gonna send somebody up in the air, set that storm off, like, oh, y'all gonna act, okay, don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. We ain't even gotta drop no weapons on y'all. We finna set a whole bunch of 40 tornadoes down there to just get you together.
Include attempts to reduce the effects of climate change, creating artificial droughts or storms, or using the weather as a weapon in covert warfare. The role of HAARP is often tied to these theories, with some claiming it enhances the atmospheric effects of chemtrails, allowing precise control over weather systems, or disrupting enemy nations' agriculture and infrastructure.
Starve them out.
Other theories propose that chemtrails are being used for psychological or biological manipulation. Some believe that chemicals dispersed through chemtrails suppress human consciousness, keeping people docile, compliant, and disconnected from their spiritual.
Well, that might not be it, but I wouldn't be surprised, because there's a whole lot of complacent, docile people sitting right here playing like they don't see the stuff that's right here in front of our face. You do not have to be no rocket scientist to see a lot of this obvious stuff sitting right here in front of our face. But they're going to try to play you like you crazy because you going, something ain't right here, while they still over there head in the clouds, literally.
Potential. Others suggest that these chemicals are linked to health issues, such as respiratory illness.
That one too. Let me stopping the video. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
Illnesses, autoimmune diseases, and even conditions like Morgellons syndrome, a rare and controversial skin disorder. While mainstream science...
Let me just say this. Didn't I just do a video telling y'all, what was it, how I feel, in my opinion, there's a cure for cancer and all these diseases that they saying there's no cure for? Didn't I just tell y'all that all this stuff, I believe, is originating from something that we are all using or in contact with, like food, vaccines, something. I'm sorry. That's just what I believe. Because my thing is, if all these diseases hopping off the rafters right now without all of this medicine, I mean, I could just be stretching, maybe it's just me, but I believe all these diseases that we have with such advanced technology that we have too now, they claiming that the civilizations that came before us was just, a lot of people think they were just dumb. Don't know why. But also too, like, oh, they didn't have all this advanced technology, yet they got all these different, types of like buildings and stuff like that they built that y'all still don't know what they used or how they did it. Anyways, but yeah, if they supposedly didn't have access to all these different types of medicines and treatments and all of that we got now, if they had all these same diseases going on back then that y'all claiming that y'all just coming out of nowhere, wouldn't the human race have went extinct a long time ago? Especially if these people were so like didn't have all this advanced technology or supposedly didn't have all this like sanitation practices, this and all, and it. Start the video. Just start the video, girl. Start the video.
Science has not verified these claims. The persistence of these theories raise questions about the long-term effects of airborne particulates on human health. Further, the presence of metallic particles such as aluminum and barium in the atmosphere, as suggested by independent studies, has led some to speculate that these chemicals could interact with electromagnetic fields to alter human behavior or even target specific populations. Theorists claim that these particles are deliberately introduced to conduct experiments on mass populations without their consent. The more elaborate theories argue that chemtrails are designed to fulfill multiple agendas simultaneously. These include controlling food populations by altering soil chemistry to...
And don't they be still... Ooh, I can't help but pause it. I'm sorry. Like, oh, you gotta have a certain type of soil or good soil, then it's bad soil. First of all, I'm putting everything on y'all. Y'all the reason why. Y'all did it. Y'all the reason why they say even oxygen ain't even good for us or something like that, or whatever they be saying bad for us, or it's long-term, blah, blah, whatever. I don't know what the exact terms of conditions of it was, but y'all know what I'm trying to say, okay? They already showing us that they doing control with this food, because first of all, I'm so tired of seeing fruit with no seeds in it. Where are the seeds? Where are the seeds? Like, it's like you have a harder time these days finding fruit with seeds. Whereas back in the day, again, I remember back in the day, watermelon is a good example. When I was younger, you would crack open a watermelon and see all those black seeds in there. Now, every time I try and go to the store and get any, I don't care what fruit it is, but like a watermelon, like I said, it's a good example. You crack it open and it's either like a bunch of white seeds, you find no black seeds, or it's just like where there's no seeds. I don't want no fruit without no seeds. They're there for a reason. Give me Mother Nature. Give me the fruit with the seeds. Okay, I don't even feel like it has the same the same effect as a seedless fruit. Eating a seedless fruit, I don't feel like it has the same health benefits as eating fruit with seeds. Now, I don't care if y'all sit up here and say, oh, well, the scientists have proven blah, 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 this, that it does. I don't care. No, it doesn't. I'm standing on it. It doesn't. It doesn't. Because what are they going to say? Oh, well, they're just doing it because the good part about it is if you don't have a seed, they figured out a way to make fruit without seeds. Yeah, I can see that. But, like, why wouldn't you have a seed? Literally, y'all could eat y'all. Literally, like, everything we need is already here on earth. Come on now. Like, you literally eat a fruit with a seed in there. You get a lemon, and then you literally just replant the seeds and then get more lemons. Like, oh, my gosh. This irritates me. Let me start the video, girl. Start the video, because they're literally, it's right here, literally in front of our face. Whether you want to believe in population control or not, humanity's safety or for the betterment of humanity don't seem like it's at the top of the list. It seems pretty obvious to me. That's not at the top of the list. Only seems like for the betterment of specific people in humanity. Oh, and I feel like it's really gonna come out when they get these robots jumping, bumping, saying something, popping, you know what I'm saying, off in these jobs, working. So when they really perfect these robots to work how they want them to work, and they putting y'all out of a job, and they in there working, and these robots don't need no sick leave, no maternity leave, no nothing, and no pay. Oh, it's really gonna come out. All this y'all want to say, everybody conspiracy theorists, don't worry about it. They really gonna throw it in y'all face. Say, fine, 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 fine. The conspiracy theorist was right. Yes, yes. Okay, off with y'all now. Bye. We don't need y'all no more. We got the robots now to do the work for us. Just okay.
Favor genetically modified crops, manipulating global populations by reducing fertility rates,
GMO.
and even preparing the atmosphere for advanced holographic or electromagnetic technologies. Photographs of unmarked military jets leaving these trails have further fueled suspicions, with many asking why the chemicals being released cannot be analyzed more widely. Despite widespread discussion, mainstream scientific and governmental organizations have consistently denied the existence of chemtrails. In response to the
I don't care. Y'all always deny something. Get them in court. Get them in court. I'm sick of it. Y'all just be doing whatever y'all want to do with us, huh? Y'all always coming out denying something and then gonna wait decades later and act like, gotcha. Actually, that was true. Or like you just discovered this was causing this and that.
public growing concern, the Environmental Protection Agency, the NSA, the Federal Aviation Administration, and the NOAA issued a joint fact sheet explaining contrails as a natural byproduct of jet engine exhaust in cold, humid air. It seemed to most paying attention, however, that the swift and coordinated denial was seen not as clarification, but as evidence of a cover-up. This tension has only deepened in the internet age, where searches for chemtrails yield millions of results, the majority of which are articles attempting to debunk the theory. Critics argue that this is evidence of collusion between tech companies and governments to suppress the truth, though tech companies claim they are simply combating misinformation. But the story doesn't end here. In fact, it seems to connect to an even larger and more ominous theory, Project Bluebeam. First proposed by Canadian journalist Sergei Monast in the 1990s, Project Bluebeam describes a covert plan to use advanced technologies to stage a global crisis, one designed to bring about a new world order. According to
I know they got books on that, right? And stuff already that they wrote in the books years and years and years ago has already come to fruition. Okay. Literally be telling us what they're gonna do before they do it. Hello, Jetsons, the robots we seeing running around here now that they, trying to push out there. They trying to get y'all all hyped up and used to AI, Chat GBT. I ain't gonna sit up and act like I ain't never used Chat GBT, but I don't want no robot though. I'm like an older person right now with being against the whole robot thing. See, y'all was fine with all this advanced technology. It's now y'all, for me personally, y'all doing too much. Now y'all want to give the robots hands, and arms. Like they don't need all that. They was fine just being a little fat back computer sitting on this, or like a little laptop like my MacBook. Now y'all want to give them arms and legs to run around with and really do some harm with. See, that's just unnecessary. They don't even need all that. We don't even need all that. Like, for what? What purpose? For humans to become even more lazier? Let the robots do all of the work? Like, this... I'm a person that thinks very far ahead, and I'm sorry. It's just not going to end well, in my opinion. If we keep going how we going right now, with all this technology, everything needs a balance. We starting to do a little too much now.
The plan involves 4 stages, each more elaborate than the last. The first stage involves undermining existing religious beliefs by fabricating archaeological discoveries that challenge traditional doctrines. Ancient artifacts or texts could be...
And I already don't like the fact that y'all be over there in these ancient places, anyways. Knowing that y'all probably already been tampered with. I know y'all have. In my opinion, y'all have tampered with. I know y'all already out here rewriting history. So, I mean, It ain't far-fetched that y'all be over there in these old ancient places, fabricating, remixing, messing with, and all of that. I don't like it. I said what I said. It ain't changing.
Discovered and used to suggest that widely accepted religious histories are false, shaking faiths and preparing humanity for the next step, the introduction of a new universal religion. The second stage involves the use of holographic technology to project images of religious figures or deities into the skies over different regions of the world. These projections would communicate messages to their followers, appearing as the fulfillment of prophecies or divine interventions.
Oh my God. And if they do that, y'all know they finna have a white Jesus floating through the sky on y'all, like amping them up even more and boosting the ego even more. Oh my gosh, y'all.
Christians might see Jesus, Muslims might see Muhammad, and Hindus might see Krishna, but eventually all these figures would converge into a single universal deity who claims to unify all faiths under one new religion.
If that's the case, then they trying to unify everybody. It might not even look like any of the races down here on Earth. They might make it look like that picture he just showed, a little colorful deity or something. Got the folks out believing that's a real new coming of Christ or something like that.
Third stage employs electromagnetic wave technology to simulate telepathic communication. Monast claimed that technologies capable of transmitting audio directly into people's minds, so-called voice-to-skull systems, would be used to implant thoughts and commands, creating the illusion of divine communication.
I don't like that.
The final stage is the most dramatic, the staging of a massive global false flag event. This could take the form of an extraterrestrial invasion, a staged apocalypse, or a divine reckoning. The goal is to create fear and disorientation so intense that humanity willingly submits to a one-world government as the only solution to survival.
They're gonna have to. I mean, 'cause it's like, what else? I'm not saying you have to, but like, let's be honest. If something like that happened, especially with how many religious people it is in the world, something like that happened, they going straight to, oh yeah, this is real. Christ is back. Like, they going head first deep diving straight into it, and you can't blame them, because if you got thoughts teleporting into my mind, I'd be out there right next to them, like, oh my gosh, I knew you were real. I just didn't know exactly, you know what I'm saying, the answers. I was just looking for answers. I just didn't know exactly what it was, what it entails, So yeah, if something did like that happen, it'll be a foolproof plan.
Chemtrails, some theorists argue, play a critical role in this stage by preparing the atmosphere for large-scale holographic projections or dispersing chemicals that alter human perception, making the illusion more convincing. The whole theory is corroborated.
Optical illusions in itself is already, like, we already know, like, it's pretty crazy, interesting in itself, pretty cool. So something like that happening and stuff just appearing in the sky, y'all know we gonna be out there. Don't act like you ain't gonna be out there believing it. Now, we already seeing these theories now, so a lot of people, I still see a lot of people not falling for it. It's like, we already seen this coming. We already been theorizing this, so stop playing with us. But y'all know they gonna play it up to the max of the max if something like that was happening for real. And then a lot of people will just start believing it because, if they following what most people are doing, and if most people pointing the finger like, you crazy, you wrong, what we doing is right, this, a lot of people will just submit to the thoughts of what the majority is thinking, or how they moving, how they're doing stuff. That's just how humans are.
By Wernher von Braun, a pivotal figure in rocket technology and space exploration, and is often associated with a narrative involving a staged alien invasion. This connection primarily stems from accounts by Dr. Carol Rosen, who worked with von Braun in the 1970s. Rosen recounted that von Braun warned of a sequence of fabricated threats, ranging from rogue nations to asteroids, culminating in a hoaxed extraterrestrial invasion intended to justify the expansion of military capabilities into space. While von Braun's warnings, as conveyed by Rosen, and the tenets of Project Bluebeam share thematic similarities, particularly the idea of a fabricated alien threat to achieve global control, It's important to note that von Braun himself did not publicly document or endorse the specifics of Project Bluebeam. The connections between his alleged warnings and Monast's theory are primarily drawn from interpretations and extrapolations within conspiracy theory circles. But still, the narrative of a hoaxed alien invasion as a means to consolidate power is a recurring theme. The ultimate goal, though, of Project Bluebeam is to consolidate power under a single centralized authority. National borders would dissolve, and religious and cultural distinctions would be erased. Humanity would be unified under a single digital currency.
All that having your own separate language, like he said, different currencies, different religions, different thought process and opinions and all of that. Oh my gosh, all of that is going out the window, and they would love it. They would love it. They already act like you can't have a different opinion from people now. People be willing to act like they ready to go jump out a 2-story window or something like that if you got a opinion that differs from theirs, like, or you just this horrible person out committing crimes or something, like, just from having your own separate opinion. That's not the same as theirs. So yeah, it's easier to control people if obviously you can get them all on one accord. Duh. Like, don't we at least know that much, y'all, right? I mean,
universal faith and constant surveillance by advanced technologies.
we already got cameras
Fear
everywhere.
and manipulation would ensure compliance, as fabricated crises provide justification for authoritarian control. Now, some might consider, besides the darker aspects of this agenda, that this plan would have many benefits. Imagine being able to travel anywhere in the world without need of a passport, to have the whole world working with unified systems, no more war between nations, and never needing to convert money to
I
different
think it'll be
currencies.
no more war. First of all, the no more war thing, yes. I just never thought that that was right. You know, obviously innocent people putting their life on the line because of, you know, really the nation's leaders disagreeing or whatever. So, and then it'd be on seem like some bigger stuff going on in the background versus what they telling us that they really disagreeing about. But that's a story for another day. Anyways, I don't know, man, because it just seemed like I said, these people at the top, when they do stuff, they always make it seem like to us in the beginning or the rollout, oh, it's supposed to have all these good benefits. But it's the cons actually outweighs the pros heavily, and you start to see that later on down the line. So they usually hide all the pros, the major cons that are outweighing the pros. They push the pros to us in our face in the forefront to get us to go ahead and be like accepting of it and stuff like that. So yeah, you know, kind of like this AI stuff, you know, ooh, AI. You know, they already giving us the movies now, telling y'all the downside that can happen with all this AI. Y'all want to keep using. We keep saying, oh, it's just a movie. But again, you know, I'm pretty sure that's what our grandparents thought about the Jetsons, flying cars, robots.
But if all of this was done by a nefarious secret government, then could it really be a good thing? Critics of Project Bluebeam and chemtrail theories argue that they lack evidence and rely on speculation and paranoia. However, for those who believe, these theories represent a warning about the dangers of unchecked technological power and the erosion of personal freedoms. They raise questions about what might be hidden in plain sight and challenge us to stay vigilant in a world where truth is increasingly difficult to discern. Ultimately, it's up to each of us to be strong within our hearts and stand true to the truth no matter what befalls our species in the future. As always, time will tell. The skies above may hold secrets we are only beginning to uncover. Whether or not these theories are true,
okay, sir, come on with the motivational speech and the motivational music. Come on, it ain't all bad. That's right, give us a pick me up.
they force us to confront the complexities of technology, governance, and the future of human freedom.
Alright, you guys, that's it for today's video. Yeah, y'all can let me know y'all thoughts down in the comment section below. That's a pretty interesting one. They saying that chemtrails is basically not real. They not controlling the weather. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Yeah. Whatever. Why was y'all even looking into and even talking about controlling the weather then? I roll. Miss me with all the lies. Okay, but you guys, you know, we've already got all this stuff of these theories and people saying this stuff now. So if it come to fruition, just look at me. Look at me. Don't you fall for that fake deity in the sky and them aliens. You better ignore it. You better ignore it. Like I said, how I'm gonna be, you know, if it happens in my lifetime, out there on my land with me and my family, acting like ain't nothing happening. What? What aliens? What deity? Out there in my garden. Plants, you know, fruits seem to be going pretty well today. Peppers looking real good. Yeah, acting like ain't nothing going on. That's what y'all better do. Keep on walking, okay? Literally, they to make me acknowledge it at this point, because I'm not about to keep playing with y'all. Y'all gonna have to make me levitate in the sky. That's the only way I'm acknowledging it. Fake deity in the sky is gonna have to make me levitate up there with them. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be screaming. But yeah, you guys, that's it for today's video. And if you made it to the end of the video, you guys, thank you for watching, of course. And for specific uploads, just check that in the description box below. I do post Monday through Friday. Bye.